Hi Virgo, welcome back. So Virgo, this is going to be your spiritual tarot reading and we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. So when I was meditating on the collective Virgo energy, I got two very interesting songs, all right? So one I think is from a commercial actually, and it says, put a little love in your heart. For some reason, I don't know, maybe that is from a song, but it always makes me think, like, it made me think of coffee for some reason, like a coffee commercial. I don't know if that's a part of a coffee commercial, or maybe you like coffee, I don't know. But yeah, random, right? So take it or leave it. And then the other song was Genuine Pony. Okay. And, that's a great song, Virgo. It's a great song. It's an old song, but it's a very sexual song. So I've got some, what feels like 8th house, like Kundalini kind of sexual energy coming through, whether that's coming from you or people external from you, I'm not really sure. But, or maybe you just like ponies or horses, I don't know. Take it as it resonates, right? And let's go ahead and get into it and see where this is headed. So you have the card of Chiron, which is about healing. Your healing powers, your growth, making amends if that's something you needed to do, releasing old issues, your personal development. It can be a very sensitive energy, especially if there's been like things that have hurt you in the past that maybe had like guilt or shame or generational trauma involved, needing to forgive, okay, yourself or others possibly. As this card is a big like forgiveness type of energy. But I feel like Virgo, no matter how you come off to other people, right, there is this big softy inside of all of you. And as someone who has raised two Virgos and was born to a Virgo father, I feel like I can speak pretty well to this. Like, sometimes I feel like Virgo, you get a bad rap, whether you're masculine or feminine, for maybe being like a little hypercritical or maybe even judgmental towards others or towards yourself. Not always come off the softest of the zodiac signs, but to be honest with you, you're probably one of the more emotional zodiac signs, like low key. Maybe even more sensitive and emotional sometimes than a water sign. You know, sometimes Virgo energy to me reminds me a lot of like Scorpio energy. So especially if you have Scorpio in your chart, right? It's just this very emotional piece of you that not everyone gets to see. You know, so I don't know why that's coming up, but it's like getting more in tune with the emotional aspects of yourself or the more feminine aspects of yourself, even if you're a masculine, right? Like there's some sort of healing that needs to go on. And then okay, so that song is coming back, put a little love into your heart. So now I understand why I got that song, but let's see here. And now I'm getting the song sexual healing. So some of you need emotional healing, some of you need sexual healing. Maybe you need both, I don't know. All right, so let's look at the headspace here. You have the Chariot, the 3 of Wands, 4 of Cups, wow, the 5 of Swords. It's the 5 of Swords. So Virgo, there's this sense of like things needing to move forward here. Sometimes this is like going into a new chapter of your life. There could even be like movement going on in like your place of residence or travel. I mean, it could be as literal as that. But either way, on an energetic level, this is like fast moving momentum, right? Towards your future planning, needing to look at that, right? But then there's this part of you here that seems a little bit detached, you know, kind of like having a hard time, like maybe staying connected or figuring something out, feeling like a little bit guarded or defensive. And if this isn't you, like if someone detached possibly from you, that could have really like put you in a headspace and had you feeling like some kind of way about that, like maybe even wanting to put your walls up a little bit, or like to go into protective mode here if it's to deal with someone else. But I feel like there is like this need to get back into the space of feeling in tune and being in tune with yourself, and can't do that when you're in the emotion of, you know, stressing about things you can't control and what other people are doing or another person is doing. It has to be more centered around, well, what am I doing about this? How am I feeling? And placing all of your focus there, because that's where all of your power is, Virgo. And you give your power away when you hold other people responsible for how you feel, right? So there needs to be some healing around that possibly. But I feel like, yeah, there might be some stress going on here. And the sense of, like I said, needing or wanting to like keep your walls up or like be protective. But you're being encouraged to open your mind a little bit and to, really, I heard foresee the future. I don't know if I have any fortune teller Virgos watching me. But like, they don't want you to look into the past for the answers. They want you to look towards the future. Okay. And kind of leave the past in the past. And that's how you're going to do this healing work that I felt come through for you. So, and it's interesting, I got the song Pony, as there's horses on this picture here. So let's go into the emotional space. Woo! Let's see what we have going on there. The Ten of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Tower. Now I have the song Cast Aside. It's a lyric from a song by Mariah Carey. Sorry. And I just got that for Libra's reading. Some of you could be connecting with a Libra or have Libra in your chart. If you do, check out that reading as well. So let's see what else. So you have the Ten of Swords, the Four of Wands, the Tower, and the Two of Wands. So there is a whole lot of shaking going on. I don't know why I'm getting that, but there's definitely something closing out on an energetic level here, because the Ten of Swords to me is like the ending to a chapter. But to every ending, there is a new beginning, right? And really, endings and beginnings are kind of illusions of the mind, because life is a continuous, eternal movement forward, all right? Even after the death experience, that continuum continues, right? But so to speak, there is sort of like closing out of something here. And I feel like you're being called towards a higher vibration to accept whatever the change is, because whatever this transformation, this change is, it's helping you to like better make decisions about your future, about where you're headed, about what it is that you want in your life moving forward, right? So I feel like these are good changes that are coming through. You might also be experiencing some changes in relationships. I feel like this could be perceived as good or bad, but in the eyes of your higher self, it's all good, is what I'm hearing. So I feel like time to make some choices here about what you want for yourself. Some of you want maybe a broader experience, or that's what you've called forth to you, one where there's more space, where there's more options, and to take hold of this as an opportunity to go towards those things and to heal some old wounding, as opposed to like stressing about whatever this is. Because some of y'all want to stress about something as opposed to seeing like the possibility in something. And Spirit's saying, listen, you have free will, so you can choose to see this however you want, because you're in charge of your perception. No one else is. But the route that would feel the best to you, that would go the smoothest, is through the path of least resistance, which is seeing this as an opportunity right? To move things forward and do some future planning and make some necessary changes within yourself, knowing that the external environment will accommodate whatever change that you make on an internal level. So change always begins within ourselves before it's reflected out into the external reality, right? So they always say, like, if you want to change the world, change yourself, change your perspective, change your expectations, change how you feel, right? So until you get really good at being able to master your internal world, you will never master the external world, right? So you have to get into that space of mastering one's own emotions, okay? And that takes time. It takes strength, right? And I feel like maybe even emotions running a little bit higher than usual during this time frame, but it's serving a purpose here for you. What else? The Two of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, King of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. I have like an internal I feel like I'm having, okay, I know you guys can't hear what's going on in my head, but I'm having a conversation, like this internal dialogue going on. So I feel like it's related to the reading, right? So there seems to be like some sort of, like, you need to sit down and have a conversation maybe with yourself, you know, or have some sort of internal dialogue with your higher self, right? Like talk things out in your mind before you maybe talk something out in reality, okay? Or there could be like a very busy internal dialogue going on during this time frame where like you're playing out scenarios and conversations and you catch yourself. Have you ever been like thinking about a conversation or a memory and all of a sudden you catch yourself and your face is like, I've done this. Your face is like mirroring what you're thinking, even though you're not saying anything out loud. Like, have you ever, I've been in public before, like at my desk, and like I'll start reliving a scenario in my mind, and all of a sudden I'll be like, and then I'll realize like, oh my gosh, nobody can hear me as my face is changing. And I don't know, like something like that going on, you know, where you're so in the internal dialogue that you're accidentally showing it on your face, okay? Like something like that, you know. Anyways, so you have the Two of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. There's a bit like of a standoffishness here, I'm getting the word standoffishness. Is that a word? I don't think so. Standoffish. Yeah. I don't know if that's coming from you or it's like someone you're connecting with, but there seems to be like this internal standoff as well within you. You know, this part of you that's like, but I'm comfortable maybe with what I thought it would be or where I'm at right now or what I want, like wanting some sort of like comfort here. And then on the other hand, like being called to this more expansive thought to be more open to like different possibilities of how something could pan out or work out. And it's like kind of this tug of war here going back and forth between the two use, I guess. This is that internal dialogue I was feeling, and I feel like it has to deal with like your security or like where you're comfortable with or where you thought things were gonna go, right? And sometimes Virgo, I will say this, you're not a fixed sign, but I will say that Virgos, especially my masculine Virgos, do tend to get very fixed on how you think something should go. And sometimes y'all have a hard time deviating or changing that path. But you need to be more open to like other ways of living or other ways things could go. Like, you're really being called in that direction to open up and grow a little bit more in that arena of yourself and of your life. Especially with the Page of Cups here, right? Because the Page of Cups is like down for anything, open to anything, not stuck in their ways, you know? And Spirit's kind of encouraging you to be more like the Page of Cups energy of being more, you know, open to new ways of doing things, you know, open to new possibilities, open to new connections for some of you. It don't always gotta be, oh, I have a song coming through, the way you think it ought to be. I'm sorry, the song won't come through. The way you think it ought to be. Why is it on the tip of my tongue? I can't think of it. I guess it's not going to come to me, so I'll leave it there. But I distinctly heard, not always going to be the way you think it ought to be. And that's part of the song. And if you know the song, put it into the comments, maybe, or yeah, into the chat. It's gonna kill me because it's right there. It's right there. What is it? What is the song? The way you think it ought to be. Oh, I give up. Okay. It'll come to me the moment I end this reading. I guarantee you. That's all. I guess I gotta let it go. Because the more I try to hold on to it, the more I push it away. So. Okay, this is not the same song that I was getting earlier, but I'm getting Kid Rock. I've been sitting here trying to find myself. Get behind myself. Need to rewind myself. Listen for the playback. Oh, that's such a good song. Can't remember the name of it though. If you know it, put it in the... Maybe that is the song with that lyric. Does he say in that song, it's not going to be what you thought it would be? I don't know. Anyways, take it or leave it. It's like, okay. The Lovers, yeah. So, FYI, there is a possibility of coming into union with a person, a partner, as the Lovers are here. And I did get a message about like needing to be more open to the possibility of that, okay? For others of you, this is more so talking about like getting in connection with yourself and tuning in a little bit more and kind of drowning out all of this negative voices in your head, you know what I mean? All right, so let's see what the Law of Attraction has to say. Law of Attraction for my Virgos. The universal law of attraction is managing my expansion. The law of attraction is the universal manager of all vibration, which expands to everything that exists in the universe. And so at the same time that the law of attraction is responding to the content of your physical thoughts, it is also responding to the content of your inner being. This is the same exact card I got for Libra. Look how many cards there are in this deck. What are the odds of that? Some of you connecting with Libra or have that in your chart, but this is essentially saying that, listen, your emotions always let you know that if what you're choosing in your mind and in your thoughts is in alignment with how your higher self, with how Source sees it, or is not in alignment via the way that you feel when you think the thought. So if you're thinking thoughts that your inner being is in agreement with, right? Those thoughts, when you think them, will feel good, will feel exciting, loving, joy, right? If you're thinking thoughts that your inner being does not agree with or does not see it that way, then you feel the separation from your higher self, which feels like tension, depression, anxiety, distance, right? And so that lets you know that whatever you have going on in the mental space is not in your highest good, and to redirect the thought back into a space that does feel good. And this is how you practice getting good at controlling the emotions. And when you can get good at that, you get good at controlling the vibration. And what you attract in this lifetime has everything to do with where you're vibrating. If you're vibrating consistently in a good space, you start attracting that to you through money, through partners, through whatever it is that you want. If you stay consistent in a low vibration where you're separated from your higher self, then you attract those things that are a match to that, which are usually things you're not going to like very much. So you get to choose through the power of your thought and emotion. Remember that. You're a powerful creator and you came to create. So do it right, Virgo. And zodiac signs that you could be dealing with, that may be in your chart or the chart of the person you're connecting to. I have Pisces here, Scorpio, I felt Libra energy, Cancerian energy, Libra again, and Gemini. I had Gemini out. So that's what I'm predominantly feeling. That could be in your chart or the chart of the person you're connecting with, but take it or leave it as it is a general reading. If you would like to see me for more content, you can check me out on Facebook and Instagram, both Tarot Time with Dana. I have events and videos over there, all of it linked below in the description box as well as in the About section. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you haven't yet. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so as well with the link below as well as in the About section. And if you like my styles, you can get them for yourself at my sister's online boutique, avasophiaco.com. Check her out. Either way, I'm wishing you the very best, Virgo. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.